Welcome back. This is Dissent. It's a visual novel where I work at some sort of insidious corporation, or at least that's what they led me to believe. Although I'm probably not supposed to know that. Other than that, what is my name? That's a good question. Twinkles. Oh, dude. I can't talk. How did I end up outside of Moniker? One moment I was casually partying with a few friends, the next I'm accepting a dare to sneak into. I'm not working here. I'm mistaken. Apparently, I'm just breaking and entering. The next. A dare to sneak into this creepy facility, I should have sensed something was up, especially with the recent disappearances. Wait. What? Okay, I'm confused. So you got drunk and now you think there's something sinister going on because your friends dared you to go in here. Yeah, it's not your bad choices. Are you sure this is worth it? I mean, they seem like a pretty legit operator. Who am I talking to? I mean, not who am I talking to, I'm talking to you. Who? Aha. I'm not sure why my chair ends up down, but it does sometimes. There we go. People swear they don't mess with my chair, but the rain is awfully loud. There are choices to make in this, and I'm not sure what the different outcomes will be because this is my first time playing this, and we'll see if it'll be the last or not. Oh! So your friends drove you here, but you still think there's something sinister going on with the company. Jenny scoffs loudly and reclines in the driver's seat as Brad peers over the passenger side. I'm not going to lie to you, none of these people look like Jenny. Tell that to all the missing person cases that happened in the area. People go missing all the time. It doesn't mean a company we know nothing about is the culprit. Sure it does. Walmart, McDonald's, they're just taking people all the time. He says facetiously so he can't be sued. Are you saying that you don't believe Monica is behind the disappearances? What about Joseph? Oh, what about what Joseph said? He almost... Good Lord, why can't I read? What about Joseph? Oh, God. What about what Joseph said? He's almost sure there's something going on here. I'm sure Joseph is an expert. You expect me to accept the facts from Joseph? The same guy who cracked the story on the school's expired lunch meat? What's his source anyway? He knows a guy who works here and he says weird stuff happens all the time. Yeah, you're going to go far in life. Ah, yes, the random stranger who just happens to be employed at the place of suspicion. Listen, it's for a good cause. Don't you want to expose the truth behind this place? Oh, now I'm actually going in here and trying to find things out. It's not just a prank. You'll have no idea how many people you'll be exposing them. You'll help by exposing them. This is such a huge opportunity for us to make a name for ourselves. But you have names. You're Jenny. It's Brad. Look, all you need to do is peek around, find anything that seems sketchy, get arrested by the police, get some time in jail, a little something on your rap sheet. It'll look good on your college application. What are you doing, Biscuit? Come here. No. You wanted to be in this. Come here. Pictures of the lab, documents, or even something that explains where their funding comes from. Probably from the stuff they sell. This is an innovation center. Oh, I gotta make a choice. I'm gonna be sarcastic, because that's how I feel. What if another journalist has already cracked this story? This will be all be pointless, right? If they did, then it would have been plastered all over the news. What if they broke the story yesterday and they just haven't gotten it all typed up yet? Nobody has the guts to complete an inside operation like this, except for some high school students. You make it sound official. We're just a group of college students. Oh, I'm sorry, college students who would even believe us? They'll have to believe us when they have proof. Whatever, I'll make it quick. Just be here when I return. You get out of the car and walk into the street. As you step onto the asphalt, your shoes sink in a puddle with a small splash. You're greeted with heavy rainfall onto your shoulders in an eerie silence. Thank goodness it's only getting on my shoulders and not my head and any other part of my body. There's nothing like a good drunken dare on a Friday night. I should have followed my gut and bailed on the party like I always do. You stare at the barely lit sign that reads, The Moniker Innovation Center. Fine, let's get this over with. Cautiously approach the building to pinpoint only two forms of entry. The first is the side door tucked toward the right side of the building, shrouded in darkness. The second being the main door boasting a dimly lit entrance. Well, let's just go through the main door. Knock on the main door. You know what? I'm going to play this smart. Although I am kind of interested to know what happens if I use the main door. Oh, you know what? Let's be stupid. Let's knock on the main door. You tiptoe over the main door, checking for potential alarm systems, but find none. Just cameras. That's kind of alarming. There are two cameras operating on the opposite sides of the door, directed toward the entrance. To avoid being seen, you keep your head tilted down and hood covering your face. They can still see you. To see the security guard sitting in there going, "Hey, Jim, you think that's somebody out there?" "Oh, no, that's just a coat floating in the air. It'll be fine." One does not simply walk into Moniker, yet here I am. After you knock on the door, a man stands from the desk across the lobby and approaches the entrance. As he gets closer, you can see the name tag reads Jeff, as well as a patch labeled security. Jeff opens the double doors with a slight scowl on his face. This looks like a convenience store. Can I help you? You're actually a very well-dressed security guard, sir. Where's your name tag and the patch that says security? Sweet talk. Let's converse. Today was my first day, and I only just realized I left my dorm key inside the lab. Could you let me in so I could get it? No, this adds up. Jeff gives you a suspicious look while thinking over your response. Why are you looking at me like that, Jeff? If you're wondering if I'll do anything to get inside, no. The answer's no. You're a new intern? Yes, sir. You don't have a roommate to let you in? At your dorm, I mean? No, I live in a single room. A brief silence ensues. He considers letting you in. And just doesn't change expressions at all. You're creeping me out, Jeff. I know it seems sketch, but I need to get home so I can write a paper due tomorrow morning. That actually sounds very believable. All right, make it quick. Jeff steps aside from the doors and allows you in our lobby. Jeff, you should be fired. You both walk over to the desk where he retrieves a spare key card. Now don't lose this. I could get in trouble if it falls into the wrong hands. You know how it is. You could get in trouble for letting me in. Don't worry, I'll be careful with it. Jeff hands you the key card and sits back down in the station. You turn and stride toward the closest hallway. A weird business lobby has like a case with stuff you could buy in the back of it. And where is their maintenance staff? Further in the depths of Moniker, loud luminescence drones In the empty halls, lights flicker ever so often. Your footsteps feel like thunder in the open space, though quickly interrupted by the whoosh of pressure releasing. Pressure? Tell you right now, I'm going to do something about that sound effect. That's a little better. That was a little better. Sorry, that was a little much. Oh, look, generic tubes. You press closer to the wall, concealing yourself behind a vending machine as a lanky laboratory technician steps out of his sealed room. Wisps of mist briefly follow him out the door as he slowly begins to close. As it slowly begins to close. Talk to the lab tech, sneak through the open door. Let's sneak through the open door. The lab tech turns down the hall in the opposite direction while you slip through the metal door and die from whatever gas was inside. Head scientist's office. That sounds official. The lab is strangely empty. Only half of the lights are on, causing the slanting shadows across the room like prison bars. Not seeing that. White walls, dark computer monitors, a few vials containing unknown substances, and the heavy thrum of PC fans and ventilation. Everything is so sterile. Drink some of the fluids. You try turning on a few of the computers, but they remain dormant. You come up to several rows of workbenches. Their contents cleared away onto the mounted drawers. Beyond the benches, there's a shelf of lab equipment. Vials of some dark liquid, Bunsen burners. I don't think you're supposed to capitalize Bunsen in that context. I know it's a guy's name, but I digress. Droppers and syringes and other tools that you've seen on TV but couldn't name. You're a bad college student. Investigate the lab equipment. Dig through the drawers. Decisions. Dig through the drawers. Carefully rifle through the interior of each drawer you pass. Most of them are full of personal effects of the scientists that work in the lab. Action figures? Family photos and spare office supplies. You find a few notebooks referring to odd chemical formulas and various animal species. Some of the scientists refer to an entity in their notes, but elaborate no further. An entity. What entity? They're studying some type of creature based on the context of the notes. References to deep sea species. What are these chemicals? Tear out several pages referencing the entity and the strange chemical formulas and stow the pages in an empty pocket. There's not much more to discover here. A wooden door on the far end of the wall is labeled Head Scientist's Office. It's cracked open ever so slightly. God, security is terrible here. To the left, a cylindrical container made of glass, though its contents are hidden by a thick coat of frost. Is that the cryo? To the left, a cylindrical container made of glass. Creepy frozen glass thing, dark and foreboding office. Look for evidence in the office. Oh, let's look at the frozen container. I'm legitimately curious to see what's in here. Upon closer inspection, the container appears more fragile, the glass porthole emitting a threatening crackle. Most bizarrely weird animalistic noises emanate from the frozen repository. Oh my god, it's moving around while it's frozen? This is where they keep their seaweed. I'm actually kind of enjoying the style of this. I'm guessing they don't keep frozen pizza in here. You should go on the road. You begin to feel suddenly and uncontrollably drawn to the icy surface, the chilling mist billowing over the crystallized walls and sending a shiver down your spine, and there's a fly in here! The feral sounds from inside grow louder, a fervent thrum reverberating in the room like a disturbed wasp nest with the luminescent lights above. Join us. Oh. What should I do? I think I'll join them. As if your movements aren't your own, you find your arms reaching out. This is actually very distracting in my ear. The cold slipping over your fingers as they grasp the edge of the lid. Ice is created a sort of seal as you begin to grapple with the exterior. In your efforts to gain traction, your mind begins to buzz. A certain kind of urgency burns through your veins. Open, open sesame. Your vision begins to darken. All you can see is the container. It's smashed on the ground. A blue liquid pours over the bright white floors. Ooh, I made a mess. Taste of salt and the smell of acid assault your senses. Abruptly, a loud crash brings you back. A dream that became reality among the debris breathes something else, an entity beyond under ordinary comprehension. Oh, it just kind of looks like a puddle to me. The door opens as the lab tech returns to the room. Oh, hi. His face falls in shock and horror, but any suffering is easily silenced. Did I kill him? Oh God, no! Stop! Is that him? Yeah, that's him. For some reason, I thought that was me. We will coalesce. Ooh, freaky. It's been a long time. Yeah, no, I'm coalescing. Yeah, you know, you start coalescing, you just kind of lose track of time. Should we call? Jenny pulls out her phone and quickly finds her friend's contact. The dial tone rings once before immediately cutting to voicemail. The only sound for several moments is the dampened thud of the infinite rain outside. It's not infinite. It's a lot. Maybe this was a bad idea. Jenny clicks her tongue, shifting in her seat uncomfortably as if to say something in protest. Eventually, she just sighs. Which is a bad idea. Yeah, I just really hope the story in there is worth it. No, don't hope that your friend is safe. You know, just worry about that story. Hold on. I may have made some bad decisions. The Banshee Publishing. I'm guessing that's their mascot for their college. College student reported missing after dare gone wrong. Student Jenny Rodrigo, 20, and Bradley Stewart, 19, confessed Saturday night to urging their friend toward breaking into the local monocle. Nobody's a kid. I didn't want to read that. All right. Well, we may find out what all the choices do faster than I thought. Thank all of these people. Need to load. I don't think I have anything. History. Oh, you can go back and look at what you did. I think I can remember. I don't have any saved progress because I didn't think I was that far into the game yet. We'll start over, shall we? My name is still Twinkles Junior. Oh, that's not nice. Twinkie Junior. You're gonna stick with sarcastic. I'm gonna use the main door again. We're gonna see where we went wrong here. I'm convinced this was it. We're gonna converse. That seemed to work pretty well. So far, so good. We'll see exactly what changes. Sneak through the door. Yeah. Sneak through the drawers again. That didn't hurt us last time. No, we're not. No, no, we're not doing that again because that'll end this real fast. The office has little decoration. It is a very small office. A group of filing cabinets sits on one wall, and some of the drawers have locks. The computer on the desk has a sticky note with a password. Jeff won. Oh, but he did use a 3, so. Wow. They need to invest in tighter security around here. You just now figured that out? I mean, you come and look for your lost dad. You know, because it's been like 15 years since he disappeared and he didn't know about that lady he got pregnant. Rummage through the filing cabinet, use the computer. Let's use the computer. We've got a password. Getting the computer easy part of the password conveniently labeled Jeff. Jeff is life. Wow, Jeff. Someone has a secret admirer. Oh, Jeff is the guy at the front. You open the file browser on the computer. You skate right past 2021 finances and 2021 timesheets, but come to a few files that look promising. Let's go to the top secret. The folder contains only one single document full of hyperlinks. You click the first one. A cat video. Top secret folder has a hyperlink leading to a cat video. You click on the next hyperlink, another cat video. Every link is a cat video. You wonder who might work in this office. Did they just watch cat videos to pass time? Probably. Cat videos are adorable. Suddenly, a really cute looking kitten in one of the videos falls asleep flat on its face. Oh my God. You find yourself falling down a rabbit hole of cute cat videos. You watched several before you were shocked out of your binge watch. Just then, a loud noise comes from another room. Fearing you'll be caught, you creep back into the lab. It's you again. Back in the main laboratory, you quickly find the source of the noise. Below the counter, where the frozen container used to be, down rests a mess of glass and some strange blue liquid. I should have saved. As you approach, your sense of something, blah, blah, blah. Following, you notice, but whoa. Finally, you notice a pair of legs poking out from under the desk. As you peer around the desktop tower and shift the swivel chair, you find the same lab technician from earlier. He's lying flat on his back, his eyes staring straight up at the ceiling. Ooh, intriguing. We've made possibly progress. Right as you're about to ask if he's okay, he lunges forward, standing up and latching onto your arms. The air between you begins to hum in a strange buzzing. Echoes in your mind. I think I know what's going to happen. I think we're going to coalesce. No, it isn't right. It's too soon. You have to go. It senses it. The lab tech's face falls in shock and horror, but his suffering is easily silenced. We will coalesce. Yeah. The dare was never completed, and the mysteries of Monaco remain unsolved. But in the persisting hours of the evening, deep in the depths of its hollow halls and eerie emptiness, a crash rang out, followed precisely by perilous cries heard by no one, slithering secrets only to be hinted at by an adverse article in the paper the following morning. Friends aren't worried about me anymore. Numerous conspiracies lead to Moniker Laboratory investigation. 2 individuals were reported missing this weekend, both last seen in the Moniker Laboratory building, the largest research facility among the corporation's vast list of assets. The connection between the young college student and the lab technician is still unknown at this time. However, there are only the most recent victims go MIA over the last 6 months, while multiple cases I almost got to the end. Okay, this time we're gonna save. Start. Bear with me. Tweet Junior. Sarcastic. Skip, skip, skip. Knock on main door. I should have probably saved there. Can't now though. Too late. Can I help you? Yeah, I'm gonna save right there. Empty slot. Yay! Sure. Converse. So I mean that's gotten us into the building so far. Skip, 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 skip. Skip, skip. Skip. Sneak through door. Skip. Sneak through doors. Nope. Office. Not looking at cat videos again. I'll tell you that right now. Use computer. Redacted. Somewhat unsurprisingly, every file in the folder is impossible to read due to the plethora of black lines covering the text. You're about to move on to the next folder when a crash goes. Oh, not again. Yeah, see if it actually goes any different this time. Container frozen, approach senses. Finally, you notice pair of legs. Blah blah. Right, net, join us. Nope, too soon. Lab takes face falls, and we will coalesce. Load. Yes. Can I help you? Yes, you can. Try to remember I've been here before. You know me. We've talked like 5 times. Skip. Like deja vu. Sneak through door. Is there any option where I sneak through this door to where this crap doesn't happen again? Da, 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 da. Dig through drawers. Boop, 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 boop. Nope, not doing that. Almost clicked on something I knew don't work. Computer, redacted wasn't any good. Projects. All projects are currently on hold except for Project E. Project E, code name for the facility study of the entity, is on schedule. Y'all have a horrible naming system. A chemical compound has been made by studying it, which is ready for human trials. Thunderous crash. No. Load. At least this is kind of quick. Okay, so I still have one more thing to check out. Shouldn't turn it. Take the door. Take the drawers. Look for evidence in the office. Rummage through the filing cabinet. Start off working your way through all of the unlocked drawers. The first drawer holds records of staff hours. I bet we're going to coalesce again, meticulously annotated. The second drawer is mostly financial letters referencing funding for various projects. Folder titled Project E catches your eye. It is heavily redacted, black bars covering more than a third of every page. Why even keep a record of something if you can't read it? You make your way through the rest of the files, and oh no. Who's knocking it over anyway? As you reach the 4th drawer, tremendous crash comes in, and we will coalesce. You coalesce, you don't go back. Wonder what's happened different out here this time. Just out of curiosity. The doors were never going to load. Okay. Not sure what to do different this time. We're going to converse again. I'm going to keep going down this rabbit hole until we get to the end of it. Okay. I'm going to talk to the lab technician this time, because we've done all we can do the other way. Talk to the lab tech. Just before the technician turns down the hall in the opposite direction, you gently call out for his attention. He turns around in surprise. An expression of apathy flips to confusion before settling on to indifference. Who are you? I've never seen you in this wing before. No ID badge either. And you're looking at me the same way Jeff does. I'm making aphrodisiacs in here. I don't like either of these options, but I'm going to lie. I'm sorry I totally spaced. I'm not scheduled to work, but I completely forgot my badge inside. I wanted to make sure I got it before my next shift. Can you help me out? Please. Oh yeah, I mean, as long as it's quick. When I come back from my break, you better be gone. And don't, well, you know, coalesce. Don't coalesce. Technician steps aside back toward the door, pulling his ID badge from his belt and holding it. The card reader, he lets it go and it snaps back to his waist. And he swings the door wide open. Open wide. He makes no further acknowledgement as he turns on his heels and heads back down the hall. You slip through the metal door just before it seals. Oh no, please don't. No, I've been in here. Ever strangely empty. Is there anything different? Is there anything different? It's like Groundhog's Day. Yep, no, it's all the same. I haven't investigated the lab equipment yet, though. Lab equipment is no less a mystery up close than it was from afar. The vials are another story, though. The dark liquid bubbles from within rising like the contents of a pop bottle. It's not soda, don't drink it. Take the vial. You take the vial, but you have no clue what its contents are or if it's all at all dangerous. Strangely, it feels warm and the bubbles cease to rise as you grip the tube. Put it down. Next, I'll probably run into a guy with a spider on his chest. It's a weirdly specific thing to be worried about. The shelf has few other items of interest. You contemplate taking a Bunsen burner as a souvenir. You're a wild man. But it's really not that impressive of an item. There's not much more to discover here. Wooden door on the far side, no, it says the head scientist's office, and there's a cylinder made of glass. Creepy frozen glass thing. All of this ends badly for me. Make sure the options didn't change, I guess. Yep, decorations. Yep. Yeah, no. Load. Because we're right back at the same freaking play. Wait, okay. Okay, so now let's sweet talk him. He looked like he was into me earlier. I'm a journalism student from the local university, and I was wondering if I could ask you some questions about your job here. Oh, yeah, that's sweet talking. Yeah, there's no reason why. Jeff's a little surprised, but careful to respond. What about my job? It's just a night shift security guard for Moniker. Stop looking at me like that, Jeff. That's exactly what we want to cover. Someone who works during the shadow hours of a corporation who has a heavy influence on our local community. Do you mean Jeff or the corporation? You've probably seen some things that readers would be interested to read about, and I'll give you a Tootsie Roll. Tell me. You notice his stern look softening as you excitedly explain what your fake article is about. It's not really fake. You are actually here to write an article about what this freaking place does. I don't really see much, to be honest. Since these cataracts, my eyes, I can't afford LASIKs because they don't pay much for my security job. You can see his interest in the conversation fading. You're losing him. But yet you're a security guard at a well-known company. Well, wow. I've lost the ability to read again. People would love to learn more about the duties of a night security man. One as handsome as you. Oh. You see a stern facade falter at your flattering words. Bingo. Not an excited bingo, though, just a regular old period. If you won't do it for me, do it for our readers. All right, all right. I can't deny what the people want. Come inside. We can talk at my desk so I can keep an eye on the entrance. You give him a beaming smile as he lets you pass the threshold of the double doors. Upon approaching the desk, you notice a key card sitting on the surface. I don't want it. I don't want the key card. Just within reach, but Jeff sits down and his eyes are on you again. Now, how am I going to get that? I hope you didn't say it out loud. So what's the question do you have for me? How am I going to get that? I've already said it. What does a typical night on the job look like? That's easy. Strange people come up to the door, I let them in when I shouldn't, and I begin talking to them about things I shouldn't talk about. I sit right here listening to my podcast while waiting for anyone to try anything funny. Not you, though. Oh, a podcast. Which one? What's it about? I'm glad you asked. See, it's about this guy. Jeff goes on about the podcast as you strategize a plan to turn his attention away from you in order to steal the key card. You notice he starts to get more and more animated as he talks about the podcast. His hand swipes the desk, pushing his earbuds off and onto the floor. He leans forward and down to pick them up. Now is my chance. You quickly grab the key card, immediately pull your hand back, placing it in your pocket to hide it. Got it. And it's really getting good on the episode I was listening to when you showed up. You interject while he takes a breath. I'm so sorry, but I suddenly need to use the restroom. Could you direct me to the nearest one? Oh, it's down the hall and to the right. Thank you. I'll be right back. Unless I coalesce. No, not here again. No, please. Yep, nope. No way in the world this is going different. Load. I'm pretty sure that going in the front door you used force. Finally, it took me long enough. I need you to let me in. Why? Because it's a matter of life or death. People need to know what's going on in this facility. You're a night guard, for Christ's sake. Don't you want the public to know about the dastardly corporation is doing? Hey, I don't know what you're talking about, but you need to leave. If you have questions about the company's practices, why don't you attend the next press conference like all the other media? Before Jeff can shut the door in your face, you slip past him and start sprinting through the lobby to the first hallway you see. Oh, this is going to go great. Hey, get back here. It isn't long until Jeff's superior athleticism catches up with you, halting your progress to venture further in the building. He easily forces you back to the lobby as you try your best to fight back. Jeff's grip is firm, one hand on your shoulder, another circled around your waist, your wrist. As he guides you back toward the main entrance of the building, his dress shoes thump across the linoleum floor as you struggle to keep his pace. He pauses at the front doors and nudges the handicap button with his free elbow. He lets out a small sigh that settles awkwardly in the air. You know, I was really enjoying a podcast earlier. Now I'll have to recenter myself, which takes at least 30 minutes. You should see a therapist. I think you need to look at finding a better hobbies. Breaking in is not your strong suit. Yeah. The mechanism finally finishes as the door locks in an open position and Jeff nudges you out. He reaches to grab the handle, but the pressure keeps the tension in the hinge stiff, forcing an incredibly tense stare as he waits to finally shut. You pause for a moment, the reality of the night's events finally hitting you. The thought of returning to Jenny's prissy car makes you shift your weight from foot to foot, shoving your hands into your pockets out of frustration and hesitation. It wasn't a failure if you still get inside, right? This is what journalists do. Take chances. Explore. Am I a journalist, though? Explore sketchy places. It doesn't always mean there's something to find. Maybe I just didn't try hard enough.
That's the name.
What?
That's the name.
Yeah. I've died a couple times. But general curiosity keeps you from fleeing the scene. Suddenly, Jeff stands up straight, hanging up his phone call, and in one swift motion turns to push the door open, the main door. He looks intensely off into the distance, searching the streets and the tree line before quickly noticing you, still waiting in the dim light. Wow, I expected you to have dashed out of here already. I kind of wish you had. Look, I'm sorry to do this, kid, but I've been instructed to detain you. To coalesce. We have sensitive information inside. This is a private sector. And with that, there just isn't any room for dissent. Jeff seamlessly pulls out a pair of zip handcuffs, easily binding you and quickly fighting any protest. The double doors click shut behind you, and the night grows still as the Moniker Laboratory swallows another victim. We coalesced again. I can feel it in my bones. We're going to end here for this one, and we'll go into the side door next time. Thank you for watching. Give us a follow if you haven't done it already. It costs you nothing. And if you're watching this on YouTube later, subscribe, like. It'll make me feel good. It'll make you a better person. Until next time, y'all take it easy.